So for our little math riddle, I don't like the word riddle. I like two-step math problem better. So it just has several steps. On Tuesday, we went with Sandra read 5 books, Deacon read 6 books, and Brianna read 7 books. One book was read by all 3 children, but every other book was different. How many books did the children read? Did you figure it out? What'd you guys come up with? So here's what I did, and you should do this too. So remember, I talk about this a lot. You don't even have to get hung up on the names of the people. If you were in a testing situation, just say S for Sandra, D for Deacon, and B for Brianna. And if you need to, draw a picture. A picture is always going to help you. Now, you could draw little books, but that takes too long. So I'm just going to draw dots. So Sandra read 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deacon read 6 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Brianna read 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just the dots represent the books that they read. Then what does it say? One book was read by all 3. So this book, we'll say the first book was passed around. She read it, gave it to him. He read it, gave it to her. So this right here is one book. How many different books did the children read? So they read this one that they all passed around. So that's one book. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 books. Is that what you came up with? 16 books. All right, let's do the next one. I'm not going to tell you the answer. You're going to have to figure it out, and I'll tell you on Thursday. In science class, Sarah needed 8 test tubes for 3 different experiments. The first experiment required 2 test tubes, and the other 2 experiments required the same number of test tubes. How many test tubes were needed for each of the other 2 experiments? So again, with the drawing, I need to draw this. So what do I know? I always say this, just take it one sentence at a time. So I'm going to go from here to my first period, and I'm just going to handle that part. In science class, Sarah needed 8 test tubes for 3 experiments. So experiment A, experiment B, experiment C. Right? 3 different experiments. 1, 2, 3. Is that what we got? And she has 8 test tubes. Let's just say tubes. That's where you put your little chemicals in. It kind of looks like this. It has a round top, and they're usually made of glass. And scientists will put concoctions in there, and you might see smoke or steam come out. Okay. The first experiment required 2. 1, 2. And the other 2 experiments required the same number of test tubes. So however many you put here is how the same number will be here. So the question is, how many test tubes were required for B and were required for C? You guys figure this out. Today is Wednesday, but I'm going to give you the answer on Thursday. But you send me a picture, okay? I want to see if you figured this out. Let me give you the words again. You might have to pause that to get a good shot. Let me go this way.